Hey everybody, it's Nina the Baby Chick. Right now we are in the thick of cold and flu season. Definitely not fun. It's hit our house, but I hope it hasn't hit yours. If it has, don't worry y'all. I'm gonna go over some tips to really help during this cold season. As parents, we hate seeing our babies in pain. We want to do everything we can to keep them comfortable. Unfortunately, with colds, all you can really do is give them comfort and let it run its course and be patient. I have to say, first off, please consult with your physician to make sure that it isn't anything more serious. Once they have made sure that it is indeed just a cold, these tips and tricks with these products can really help make that time a lot shorter and a bit more comfortable for you and baby. So let's go over them. First things that we need to look for are the symptoms. What does a cold look like? The very first thing that will happen is your baby's throat will get sore. It's really difficult to know if your baby has a sore throat though, and you will begin to see that they are coughing a lot more frequently. That is a big indication that they have a sore throat. Next, you'll see their nose running. It will usually begin clear, but then as the days progress, because a cold typically lasts about 10 days long, I know it's awful, it will get thicker and more coloration, usually yellow, even green at times. So that will begin, and of course they're gonna be a lot fussier. Those are the signs that your baby probably has a cold, especially if they do have a fever. That is when you should be consulting with your physician and making sure that it's nothing more serious and just a cold. All right, the first tip before we begin anything is wash your hands. According to the CDC, about 80% of infectious diseases are spread through our hands. So anyone that is dealing with your child, make sure that they are keeping their hands clean and washing their hands regularly. If you are not close to a sink and can't wash your hands regularly, keep some hand sanitizer in your purse, in your bag, around the house, whatever you need to do to make sure that things stay clean. If you have a little baby and they're putting a lot of things in their mouth, I know that this can be difficult, but monitor what they're putting in their mouths. Make sure that you're wiping things down and that things are clean before they start putting everything in their mouth, because they do, and that's how germs are spread. So really try to wash your hands and make sure anything that's coming close to your child is clean. Tip number 2 is to get a humidifier. I highly recommend getting a cool mist humidifier and placing it in your baby's room. You'll turn it on during nap time and bedtime when baby's sleeping, because the moisture that the humidifier releases will help soften the mucus in baby's nose and throat and help them breathe easier at night. You can even put some essential oils in there to help with that breathing. I will say that you need to clean out your humidifier once a day and really do a thorough cleaning once a week. Another tip is, if you don't have a humidifier, you can give baby a nice warm bath or sit in the bathroom with them and run a hot shower. That steam that they will breathe in will also help them breathe easier. No matter what age your child is, it's important that they are staying hydrated. It's essential. So if your little one is breastfeeding or bottle feeding or drinking out of a sippy cup, encourage them to drink plenty of fluids. If your baby is still drinking from a bottle or nursing, more than likely they'll want to drink from their bottle or nurse because that gives them comfort. But if they are past that age and are drinking from a sippy cup, then really make sure that they are drinking plenty of fluids. This is essential to recover from a cold. Little ones actually do not master breathing through their mouths until they're about 4 or 5 months old. Isn't that wild? Now, adding a cold to that and they can't breathe through their nose, it's a disaster. They also are unable to blow their noses, so we really need to help them with that. I highly recommend getting a Nose Frida rather than a bulb suction, because with a bulb suction, you're not able to clean it out thoroughly. You can't control the strength of that suction. So this is why the Nose Frida is my go-to. You can easily open it, clean it out, and you can control the suction with your own breath. How it works is, first do 1 or 2 sprays in each nostril, and then wait about 30 seconds to make sure that it really releases all of that mucus in baby's nose. Then you're gonna put this in baby's nostril, and you're gonna put this side in your mouth, and you're gonna be sucking in. Don't be afraid, y'all. It actually has a stopper, so none of this is gonna be going into your mouth. I know it can be a little scary, but this thing makes so many parents happy, and it makes babies happy at the end of the day because they're able to breathe. So do this throughout the day. I really recommend doing it before nighttime so they can breathe easier, and before feeding. So before nursing or drinking from a bottle, this will definitely help. Your baby's nose is going to be running quite frequently, and you as a parent are going to be chasing them around with a tissue trying to wipe it off. But with all of that wiping, it can really irritate their delicate skin. So I recommend getting a warm washcloth and wiping their nose every so often so it can help avoid that irritation. Or another great option is to use boogie wipes. Boogie wipes with the saline, it helps soften that mucus in their nose, but also the aloe and chamomile helps make sure that that irritation doesn't happen, and it soothes their nose. You can have a thermometer that scans over their head and reads their temperature. Or if you have a little baby and prefer to do a rectal temperature, then having something like this is another good option to really make sure you know baby's temp. If you see that your baby does have a fever, consult with your doctor because you can treat a mild fever with acetaminophen, ibuprofen, or baby Tylenol. Again, talk to your baby's pediatrician because you want to make sure that you're giving your baby the right medication and the right dosage for your child's age. All right, you can use a Baby Vicks or you can use Welleman's Organic Baby Chest and Foot Rub. There's a bunch of different products out there, but what's so great about these is to place these or rub these on baby's chest and their feet before they go down for a nap or for bed, because the eucalyptus and lavender will help calm and soothe your baby, which is what we all need all throughout the day, but especially at bedtime. So again, getting a good chest and foot rub to help relax and calm your baby. Place this on their chest, rub this on their feet, put some socks on, and let them go to sleep. It will help them feel so much better. I know that when your baby is sick, it is hard for your little one to go to sleep. But as parents, we need to do our best to make sure that they rest as much as possible, because the more rested they are, the more sleep that they get, the better they're going to feel faster. And parents, my tip for you is patience. Patience is key when it comes to a cold. We can't really do too much other than these tips to help them feel better, and hopefully all of these things will make it much better for you and for baby. All right, guys, those are my 8 tips and products that I recommend to help your baby or toddler when they have a cold. Hopefully you're gonna get through this cold and flu season without any sick babies, but if you do, these tips should help. Thanks again. See you later. Bye.